This video is brought to you by the share button. If you have a friend who would like to know this information, go and hit it and send it their way. Pretty sure we can all agree that online dating kind of sucks. You know the routine. You make an account, all of your very truthful information on there, and then you swipe, and swipe, and swipe, and swipe, and swipe, and swipe, and swipe. Then you say, wait a day or two, and come back. When you come back, you have, let's say, 2 matches, and you guys talk for a little bit. You give them your best pickup line, and you have about 3 messages before they ghost you. And then you inevitably go through and do some more swiping. Match some more people, and then inevitably keep the loop ever longingly going. And then it creates the illusion that people actually like you. And then you download all of the different apps. And then you just complete the cycle over and over again. You download these apps. You make an account. You put all of that truthful information. And then you get ghosted again. Then you inevitably delete them and then re-download them a few weeks later, feeling desperate again. It happens. If you've done online dating, this probably sounds like you. And don't feel bad. A lot of people actually have done this, and it sounds like a lot of us. Unless you're maybe like a Chad or a Brad or a Matt, or maybe even a Thomas, but never an Asher or an Ethan. What were we? Right. Online dating. It sucks, of course. Like I said, this probably sounds like you. But why does it suck? And does it have to? Well, I mean, I've done a bit of research, and I think I've come to a fairly good conclusion as to why it may suck. And yes, what I did is definitely research. So number 1, there are too many accounts that only say, add me on Snapchat. Or there's too many accounts that are for premium access accounts. Now, online dating has been used to get smashing all the time. That's not new, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the extortion for money to get someone's private pictures. That I feel is a little scummy. Secondly, I just feel like there's way too many bot accounts. You meet someone who looks beautiful or handsome, and they don't really have a bio, they have maybe 1 picture, you both like each other, and then you match, and then you talk. And they talk fairly normally for the first few messages, and then they send you a link to somewhere. Now let me talk about what a bot account is mainly used for. Sometimes it's a business doing a really scummy marketing tactic to feed on poor souls who are desperate and looking for love. Sometimes it's legitimate, sometimes it is a scam. That's the other thing that it's used for. Either way, they'll send you a link. One of them could be a virus, one of them could be an actual website. Either way, don't click on links that Tinder dates send you. Number 3, I feel like there's too many people who don't have bios, or they don't have a lot of pictures, or they have their face covered in their pictures. Now, it's a very wide range for things I don't like, and it's very common, but having no bio tells the person that you want to connect with that you don't really want to put an effort in to let them already get an idea of what you're like. You just want them to get based on your 1 picture, or sometimes multiple pictures, and sometimes photoshopped pictures. Talking about pictures, some people just have a singular photo, and I mean, sure, but oftentimes it's matched with no bio, which shows no effort. The other one is that they often cover up their face, or they use filters to make their face distorted so you can't actually see what they look like. So those are just a few reasons as to what's wrong with those kind of profiles. Number 4 is that it starts out the relationship very shallow. You basically get to know the person based off of just their picture that they send you and a short little bio that they want you to see. And sometimes it isn't even about them. For example, earlier I mentioned that it was just the Snapchat account, and that was it. So people don't really put their effort into the Tinder accounts or your other dating accounts. And it just gives you a very shallow start to the relationship. And number 5, it makes you forget how to actually approach someone in person. When you're at a bar or at some sort of gathering or maybe at the park, I don't really suggest going up to random women at the park, but it's an option, I guess. You can forget how to do that if you're so dedicated to online dating. Because online dating is you just swipe. If the person looks attractive, you swipe right. If they think you're attractive, they swipe right, and then you guys start chatting with your best pickup lines and asking 20 questions. And that is not the best way to really get to know someone. Usually when you're coming to meet someone in real life, you see someone who you think is attractive, you go up to them and say, hey, how's it going? And you guys start to click. So it can really make you forget how to do that, and it doesn't even have the personal connection anymore. It's all just a bunch of screens. No one connects to people on screens. And I'm sure there's other issues besides the 5 I just provided here, but I just wanted to give you a quick little summary of some of the things I've seen. This is also mainly for just the guy's perspective on mostly Tinder, so there's tons of other issues. Go based on your own judgment on those dating apps. All of them have pros, all of them have cons. Just depends on whatever you like or want to do. Now, does it have to suck? No, and I'm going to get into that, but I think to give you guys true relationship advice, I shouldn't be looking like this. So I'm going to go get a nice cleanup, and I'll be right back. What do you think? My arms went way off the screen, but that's fine. I got a haircut. What do you guys think? I think it looks really nice. Yeah? Trimmed up the beard a little bit. But why? Because I wanted to make this look as best as possible. Because you guys are looking for some dating advice, and no one wants to get dating advice from a shaggy, crazy person. So I decided to go ahead and trim it up a bit, and here we are. Now, despite my beautiful complexion now, I do have to tell you guys I'm not a professional. I don't have that great experience on dating apps myself, but I do still try, and I think it is worth it for you guys to try as well. So if you guys will listen, I will tell you some tips for online dating. Starting with number 1, don't put memes in your pictures. This might sound like a bizarre thing to point out, but people, girls or guys, generally don't like memes in your profile instead of your face. They want to get to know how you look instead of getting to know the things that you like to laugh at. Unless you like to laugh at yourself, then I guess put your face in there and see how that goes for you. Number 2, probably not smart to lead in to the conversation with a pickup line. It may be a shock to you, and I have been joking about it this entire time, but people don't actually like pickup lines. They aren't as successful as you think. For me, if I get a pickup line from anyone, I will probably just kind of laugh, chuckle, and like, nice effort, I guess. But they've usually just been recycled and overused, and people want originality. They want something to actually be meaningful to them, which kind of leads us on to the next one. When talking to someone, actually ask questions that are interesting and intriguing, that you can get some information from the person. For example, in your bio, put 2 truths and a lie, and it can start striking up a conversation about your 2 truths and a lie. Something fun like that. Put something to interact with in your bio and have them ask that question, or if you see something interesting in someone else's bio, ask an intriguing question about that. And finally, just be real. Even if you're awkward and anxious at first, just be yourself. Be as much of you as you can possibly be, which hopefully is quite a bit, considering you are you. So just be yourself. Just be as relaxed as you can be, and just laugh. Have some fun, get to know the person, and maybe things will turn out as good as possible. These aren't confirmed, these aren't like backed up by studies, but these are just some things that I could give advice on my experience in dating. Now, with all this being said, should you do online dating? Honestly, it's just chalked up to you. If you want to do online dating, go ahead and do it. It doesn't have to mean anything. If you don't, if you're getting tired of all this, maybe try moving into doing some personalized dating with someone in the real world. Don't just focus on their digital picture and do all the dating like that. So if you do want to move out into physical dating, like traditional dating, I guess I should say, then probably educate you on that too. In case you've forgotten, traditional dating or in-person dating is when you see someone in a group, or in a group setting, in a get-together kind of setting, and you think they're attractive. So you have a buddy with you, you have a wingman, and they go up to the person and introduce you to them. They talk about who you are, they go like, hey, my buddy over there, he's too shy to tell you this, but he actually likes you. And then you awkwardly, hey, how's it going? And then you go over there, and then you guys start talking, and things can go the right way, or they can go the wrong way. It's really up to however it goes. You guys might click, you guys may not, but that's a general idea of how you would meet someone in person. So just to recap, should you delete all of your online dating apps? It's up to you. If you do, then I've already told you guys some tips. If you don't delete them, then there's tips even before that. So it's up to you. No one can really tell you one way or another. It is a personal decision. I probably will start deleting my apps because they're getting kind of tiresome to keep up with. Not that I get that many matches, but they're just kind of tiresome to talk to someone and then they just start disappearing slowly into the abyss of the ghost of darkness. What am I saying? But anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. As mentioned before, this video is sponsored by the share button, so if you have a friend who would like to know information about online dating and even dating in person, then hit that button and send it their way. But without further ado, I think that is all for this video. Have a nice day. See you guys. If you like this video, you might like this one right here. This is where I spent a week with no social media and recorded my reaction to it. Or check out this video right here. This is a video that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. They're pretty good at doing that. Or click this button right here. This is the subscribe button. Click it if you're new. Go ahead. I'm waiting.